What's up, everybody? This is Damron with Trash Ass Gamers, bringing you an NHL guide for Hockey Ultimate Team. Going to show you the strategies and the synergies that I use to help you guys get to Division 1, which is obviously the top division in the Hockey Ultimate Team online seasons mode, and the reward being the HUT Superstar Achievement, as well as the Tim Horton Legendary card, which is a pretty decent card. But if you're going to get to Division 1, the HUT Tim Horton isn't that great, but he is a pretty fast defender, so he's a pretty good card. And keep in mind, as you're advancing through these divisions, it's going to take more and more points to advance. For instance, from Division 2 to get to Division 1, you're going to need 13 points, which equates to 6 wins and at least 1 tie. In order to advance from Division 2. So you really can only lose 3 games, so that can be pretty difficult. I believe from Division 2 to Division 3 is 12 points, from 4 to 3 is 11, and from 5 to 4 is 11. So it's not too bad until you hit about 5, at which point you're really going to have to win around 6 games per division to advance. So let's talk about the synergies first. When you highlight a player and you press down on the right stick, you can see the synergies that they are bringing to the table. And the active ones on that player are going to be green, and the non-active ones are going to be gray. And you definitely want to have as much synergies active on your team as possible, because synergies are huge. They're going to give you a great boost to your overall stats if you have those active. And I do want to point out these international players like Zach Parisi often have +2 to certain synergies, as opposed to most players who have +1. So those are great cards to put on your third or fourth line to help you get a few boosts to those particular synergies. And then if you press right stick towards the right when you're looking at your lineup, you're going to bring up your synergies, and it's going to show you which ones you have active, which are going to be green, and which ones you don't. And they're going to show you the stats of those particular synergies and show you which players are affected by those synergies below. So you can see I have passing playmaker on, speedsters on, call the shot on. Call the shot's really good. It's going to give us some wrist shot accuracy. Clutch players on, again, wrist shot accuracy. And then for the boys on, for the boys is going to affect all players, so it takes 10 points to activate it, but that bonus will go to everyone. And this is a really great synergy to have, and a must have in my opinion, because you're going to get +3 to face-offs, which is huge. You want to win your face-offs, and +3 to shot blocking, which is really going to go well with our setup that we have in our strategies. So really a must have. And then burner is also a must have, because you're going to give every player a +3 to acceleration, agility, durability, and speed to every player. So that's a great synergy. Burner and for the boys are must-haves. And also, burner is going to stack with any of our players that have these speedster synergy active. So that's going to give us a big bonus to acceleration, speed, and agility overall. So that's going to be really good. And also our call the shot and clutch player is going to stack a double wrist shot accuracy onto players that have both of those. So that's great. It's going to work really great with the style that we're going to play. And then passing players is a synergy that you really want on your centers to help the passing that you're going to be doing when you pass across into the slot. So let's talk about the strategies that we're going to do with this sort of setup, and I'll discuss how those particular synergies are going to help out as well. So first off, the forecheck, we're going to run a 1-2-2 aggressive. We definitely want to put our players into the zones and get up on the boards, because in reality, you need to score to win these games, especially in the higher divisions. You can't play as if you're going to get a 1-0 win. People are going to score on you. They're going to have good teams. But I definitely recommend running the 1-2-2 aggressive and having an aggressive mindset so that you can score goals. Because if you can get to the point where you're scoring 4 to 5 goals a match, you're really going to have a better chance to win. Which is also why I like to make my neutral zone press at 1-2-2 red, so my players are holding the red line or the mid point of the ice rink. But I will say, if you do run the 1-2-2 passive, then go ahead and run the 1-2-2 blue. If you're going to run passive, then you go ahead and put your put your defenders on the blue line and hold that line opposed to the red. But again, staying aggressive is the better option, especially in the higher divisions. The trap slash forecheck, that sliders all the way to the right. We definitely want to be into the offensive zone. Again, we are staying aggressive, even with the offensive pressure. So when we're running up the left or right hand side, we definitely want our opposing right or left backs to get up into the play so we can get passes across the net and get one-timer goals, which are huge. One-timer goals are really, really good. Feel free to check out the top 5 best ways to score in online games video that I also made that will coincide and go along with this particular strategy. So the defensive pressure, we're also going to keep that high pressure. Everything is aggressive. The defensive strategy, though, however, when they're coming on us, is collapse. We want to put our players in front of the net, and that's where for the boys is going to come great. That synergy is going to give us +3 to shot blocking, so we're collapsing our players in front of the net and increasing their shot blocking ability is going to decrease the amount of times the puck gets to the net. When we're on a penalty kill, we definitely want to play passive box, which is going to create a tight box in that defensive zone. Again, we're really utilizing the shot blocking ability synergy that we've activated with our players. Now when we go to a power player, the umbrella is really going to spread our team out very well, so we can kind of pass around, wait for that opportunity to get a pass into the slot and get a shot off. Power play, carry, or dump. We never want to dump in this game. We never want to dump because it's online play. You're basically just giving away the puck. So you're definitely always going to want to carry. We're going to have that in our team lineups as well. A controlled breakout, I like the strong side slant. That's going to allow our wingers to basically get through the neutral zone faster. And our right wing will across the ice, which sometimes will bring a defender with him and leave the weak side open for our defender. If we're playing the defensive pressure and offensive pressure is aggressive and high pressure, that can leave that side open sometimes for a defender to get a wide open shot. Power play breakout, if you really want to get that moving, start behind your net and move your entire team up at the same time. Quick breakout, again, this is just an aggressive play style. We want to get into the offensive zone as fast as possible. 3-on-3 defense, I'll just keep that kind of basic. If you're in a 3-on-3 situation, the main thing you want to do is just kind of survive. So let's go to our forward lineup. The setup is going to be the same for lineup 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the line 1, all you want to put them behind the net. And again, watch the scoring video if you have a chance, because that will show you really one of the best ways to score is using the net, especially the behind the net gameplay is going to open up a lot of shots on goal for you. A carry dump, again, we never want to dump an online play. Stick that all the way to carry. We never want to dump. That's just going to give away the puck, and the enemy team can come into your zone in seconds. So always carry. We definitely want to keep an aggressive mindset, so we're going to keep shoot all the way up. Your AI definitely want to have the mindset of shooting. And again, we don't really need to focus on efficiency, right? We need to just be high energy, high aggression all the time. Maximize scoring. Your line will sub out throughout the game, so keep the energy all the way to 10. And then our blocking, again, we definitely want to block shots. It doesn't really matter if your goalie can see the shot in this game or not, to be honest with you. It's not as effective as blocking the shots, and we're going to play that tight zone. So we've got all of our players collapsed on the net, blocking shots. It doesn't matter if our goalie can't see it, because people are going to have a hard time getting shots even at the goalie. Defensive pairing, we're going to always have all these lines the same as well. We're definitely going to try to hold the line. We don't want to pinch. We definitely want to minimize the amount of times that people even get into our zone. And then lastly, we definitely want the cycle shoot slider all the way to the shoot. Again, we want our defensive AI to take shots on net. We don't really want to play passive at all, and all of our defensive lines are going to be the same here. So I hope the synergy and the strategy guide helps you guys out a little bit. This really worked for me. I was able to get to the final division doing this. If you find it helpful, feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.